Today I'd like to show you a program called edpuzzle, which is totally free and can be used on any computer, a PC, a Mac, a Chromebook, anywhere with an internet connection. So I'm at the home screen right now. It's edpuzzle.com. And if you're new, you would start with a teacher account. I've already created an account, so I'm going to log in. And I'm a teacher. And I already have an account, so I'm just picking the account that I had signed in with already. Okay, so here's the dashboard that you see once you sign in. You can take a video from anywhere, from YouTube, from anywhere that has a URL. If you click on the search button, you'll see all the options that you have. So edpuzzle has a lot of their own videos already stored here. You can get something from YouTube, from Khan Academy, Learn Zillion, National Geographic, TED Talks, and a lot of other sites right here. Or if you already know the URL, you can just paste it in right here. But to show you how you can search, I'm going to search through edpuzzle. So I want to search for a video about the American Revolution that I would like the students to watch, and I want them to focus on the causes of the revolution. So I found a video here that I want to use. So you would click Use It. I already have it in my content, so I'm just going to go to my content. Okay, and here it is. I'm going to click on it to open it up, and at this point I want to edit it. As I started, I didn't finish. So now I have my entire video. And you can see at the bottom here, it's an 11-minute video, 27 seconds. Okay? The first thing you can do is crop it. So I don't want an 11-minute video. I want to cut it down to about 2 or 3 minutes where they talk about the causes. So I've already watched this video, and I've predetermined at what point I would like to cut it down. So I know that I want it around 52 seconds. So now these sliders just drag back and forth, and that's where you would pick where you want to cut it off. So I know I want to go to about 52 seconds. And I want it to end at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Over here is where I'm looking of the counter. So when I take this portion of the video, this blue bar is the part that you're going to see. So I'm going to go to 2:24, as close as I can get. So now what's in this blue bar is what you will see. The rest of this video will not be seen once you crop it. And all along each step that we're going to walk through, they have a very useful and helpful tutorial right here. So you can click on Show Me How, and it'll tell you to do, or tell you how to do, what I'm showing you through each step. Once I have my video to the points that I want cropped, set, so I know that this is the part I want, I would make sure I save it. So I'll go to the top, and I would click Save. And now that part is cropped. So the next thing I can do is I could record an audio track. So I need to click on that as my second option. Now, the one thing about the audio track is if you're going to create an audio track, so say you want to overlay your voice to explain something in the video, you need to do it for the entire length of the video. So you can't just stop the video and have, maybe you asking a question at one point and then the audio continues. You are actually replacing the audio. So unless you have a video that is showing some sort of explanation that you would like to record your voice over, then you can't do this for just one section. And it tells you that over here. Okay? And again, it shows you how to do it. So basically, if that entire section that I had cropped out was showing something different, like this video it wouldn't work because you needed the audio, but maybe you found a video of somebody explaining a math problem and you wanted to use your voice to go through it, then you could hit record right here. You would speak your voice, and then when you were done you would stop it, and then you would save it. The next option you have for altering your video is to add audio notes. So this is where you can stop the video at a certain point, have it pause, and ask the students a question. So I've looked ahead and I know at 40 seconds in they're talking about the Stamp Act and the reason why the colonists weren't happy. So at that point, once I hit the audio notes, this yellow box appears, and I just dragged it to the point in the video where I want. So I know I want it at 40 seconds. Then to actually record your question, you would click on this yellow box with the microphone, click on it, and now it's recording. So I'm going to ask the question, why were the colonists upset about the Stamp Act? And when I'm done, I click stop. So now, if you've decided you didn't like that one, you can remove it. You can remove all of them if you have more than one. If you don't like this last one you did, you can just remove the last one. I'm going to keep it for now. So I just have to make sure I come up and I save it. And then it's going to replay for me. So up here, if I click it, I could hear and see if it's what I want. So click on it, and now it's recording. So I'm going to ask the question, why were the colonists upset about the Stamp Act? And when I'm done, so I stopped recording. So you noticed when I went to do the playback, click on it, that turns red, and now it's recording. So I'm going to ask, click on it, and now it's recording. So I'm going to ask the question, why were the colonists upset about the Stamp Act? And when I'm done, so once I had stopped it, when I had been replaying, if I didn't like it, there was that red trash can, then I could click on it to get rid of it at that point if I don't like it, or if I decided later on that I don't like it, I can always still get rid of it. Finally, you can add a quiz to this video. So if I click on the question mark over here, that brings me to where I can add quizzes. And you'll notice at the bottom, the screen changed to this question and it's green. So at this point in the video, if that's where you want to place your question, you would click on this. If not, you can slide this back and forth to put it at a different point. But I do want to put mine at the end. So once I place it where I want, I'm going to click on the question mark, and it brings up this option here for questions. This one would be an open-ended question that students would just type their answer in. This one is for multiple choice questions, and this one is to just make a comment. So I'm going to show you how to do a multiple choice. So I already determined what question I wanted to ask, and I'm going to type it in here. And if you see at the top here, you have some options, bold and underline. You also have the option for a link. So you can put a link here if you have another video or another presentation or notes or something that you want the students to go to. You can do that here. You can also add an image. And here, you can also add an equation. So if you're doing a math video and you need to type in an equation, this is really handy for that. So the question that I've come up with from this video is, what was the effect of the taxes the British tried to impose? So down here it just defaults to 2. You can still add more. So this is your first answer. So my first choice, which is A, I'm going to put boycotts as one of them. And this is where you would say if the question is correct or not. So this one I'm going to say right now is wrong because I'm going to have another one at the bottom where there's more than one answer. So boycotts, colonists organized and started working together. And now I want to have 4, so I'm going to add an answer there. My next one is going to say colonists killed the king. And my last one is answers A and B, which is my correct answer. So that's where I'll mark it that that's my correct one. I have to mark the ones that are wrong with the X. And now I save it. So now at this point in the video, when the video stops, here's the questions right here, and the students would click their answer. So my answer is A and B, and I can't answer. You see it says up there I can't answer while I'm creating it, so this is only able to show the answer when the students watch it. But if you notice here, it tells you for you, incorrect, incorrect, which one is correct. Okay? If you have other ones you want to put, you can do that as well. So at this point, I'm just going to ask that one question and then click continue. That would be if there was more to the video, so that once students answered it, it would wait till they answered it so that they can continue. For me, that happened to be the end of the video, so at that point, it would just stop. And then I'm going to save. So now that I'm done editing my video and adding all my changes that I would like to add to it, I'm going to finish. So I'll click finish. And it gives you the option to assign to a class or to share with anyone. This program actually assimilates with Google Classroom. So if you have Google Classroom set up, it will actually find your Google Classroom. So my Google Classrooms, I actually have a practice class and an English class set up. So I can just assign it to that class right away, and it will actually put the assignment on their Google Classroom, which is really, really helpful. You don't have to go to Google Classroom and then assign it. You can have a due date. You can prevent skipping, so meaning like they can't skip a question or they can't skip an audio note. They have to do all the elements that you have added. If you don't use Google Classroom and you want to share it another way, that's where you would hit Share with Anyone. So once you share, here's the link. So this is the link where the students would find this video. If you were putting it on your own web page, here's the embed code. Okay, so that's where you would get that information. So for now, I'm just going to assign it to my practice class, and I'm going to send. And now it brings me back to my dashboard where it shows me, kind of gives me a listing of everything that I've done. You can import students, but if this shows you the symbol for classroom, it shows you that all the students that are in this class will see this assignment. If you have added more classes to Google Classroom, you can import them here. You can add a class right here. If you don't use Google Classroom, you can put your own class in there so that you'll know that your students are in that class. Okay, and here it shows you post. So it's not actually posted to Google Classroom until you hit post. So it's letting you know that it's all set up to do that. This again is the share assignment, so it would bring you back to that link or the embed code. So I'm going to post this. So it's actually taking me to Google Classroom, and because I'm signed into my account, it's bringing me to mine. It's just taking a couple of minutes. And here is that assignment. Okay, it's letting me know what class do I want to put it in. Here you'll have your options. If you want to assign it, if you want to schedule it, so saying you don't want to schedule or put that assignment in the classroom maybe until next week because you don't want to put it there yet, but you're just kind of getting it all ready. Or you just want to save it. I'm not ready to post it yet, so you're going to wait. And if I go back, it kind of shows me which classroom I want to put it in. Okay, so those are your options there. Right now I'm just not going to sign it. I'm going to go back to my edpuzzle dashboard. Okay, and this is where, again, it shows you if you have the due date, if you actually assigned it. So right now I didn't assign it, but this is where you would do that. Okay, if you share it, you can share your superpowers, so you can invite another teacher. So maybe you don't want to actually post it yet, but you want to send this to a teacher to see, and then they can use the link and all to have, their students use it if you have a team partner or grade partner. And if you go back to my content, that's where all your videos are. Right now I only have one here. So every time you add, if you have more than one video, they would be in your content. If you go back to the search button, that's where you can look for other videos. Or if you happen to go outside of YouTube or yourself and just have the link that you want to put in, you would put that here. And this edpuzzle is a great way to engage your students, to make a passive video interactive, so students are not just kind of watching it, but they actually have to think about what they're watching by you adding the quizzes or maybe even a link to somewhere else. It really engages students more and makes it easier or a better way to get them engaged and not just kind of watch a video and get nothing from it, but you're letting them know what you want them to look for and the questions that you'd like to ask them. So if you have any other questions, you can always email me, you can always fill out a form, and I'd be happy to show you or your classes how to use this. Thank you.